What if I could tell you that I can tell you some interesting parts about me in the next 3 to 5 minutes? Well, here I go with the first attempt. My name is Deshaun Clemens. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, stationed at Fort Bliss, Texas. Been in the Army for 12 years. I have a wonderful wife who just received her master's degree in management. So big ups to her. And I have 3 children. Two are in college at this point, and I've got one that's about to go to college. So yes, I'm going to be very broke for a long time. So, but the one thing that I can tell you is that because of that, I am a very hard worker. I'm a very hard worker. I've always been a very hard worker. Have been busting my butt in the army for about the past 13 years as a 15 Romeo or A64D Apache Longbow Apache helicopter mechanic. It's a very hard job, but it's supposed to pay good dividends when I get out. But I ain't trying to do that no more because I'm getting too old to be coming up with down aircraft. You know what I mean? But the one thing that I can pretty much take away from everything that I've experienced over my life is the fact that I had a good my mother and father. They kept me grounded because my father's a preacher, and my mother, she's my mother. She's gonna tell like it is, whether you like it or not. And yes, and the fact that I have very strong roots, in I have very strong roots in the black community as far as my my parents and the way they were raised. They were raised in abstract poverty, as most black people in the South were back in the '60s, back in the '50s and '60s. But they've learned to take all of that and they tried to go ahead and try to make things better for us, even though they weren't able to as much as they would like to. But they busted their butts and they've made sure that I knew the value of hard work. And because of that, I'm trying to. I was trying to go ahead and send, give that message towards my kids, and I think that they've taken that and they've ran with it because me and my wife, we've both had equal share. As a matter of fact, she had more of a share than I did. Let me go ahead and let me just get that straight because being deployed 5 times, you're never at home. You're never at home a whole lot. So the one thing that I can tell you is that my wife took the reins of being the parent, and it took most of the reins of being a parent because of the fact that I've been deployed 5 times, and hating life in every deployment, but you come away from every experience a little bit wiser, a little bit more um, appreciative of what you have. But the one thing I can, and then the thing that I like to go ahead and I like to stress about me is the fact that I am a person who is in awe of education. I'm one of those type of dudes, I look at all the guys I have lots of friends of mine who graduated college way before me, but I chose to join the military instead, and they they want to do the right thing and go to college first and live their lives and stuff like that, which is great. But love I have no regrets about my life right now because of the fact that I've gotten a chance to go out there and have my adventures as a United States Army soldier and as a father and and a loving husband, because that's the one thing that I want to make sure that I do is to go ahead and show everybody, one, I can get me a college degree because that's what I'm working on, and two, it's time for me to go ahead and put myself ahead of everything else for right now. That's all there is to me, Deshaun Clements. If there's no questions, I thank you for your attention.